John Dobis from Forbes here at the Money Show San Francisco. Welcome back, people on Facebook Live. Michael McNiven is with me. He's from Sarasota, Florida, advises high net worth individuals about everything, really, their entire portfolio. Mike, one thing that's happened in the last, 6 months, since President, or 8 months since President Trump came in, is the fiduciary standard, which was going to be implemented by the Department of Labor, is not going to be implemented now. What is the fiduciary standard? Why should anybody care what it is, and how does it differ from the suitability standard?
Right. Well, fiduciary essentially says that I have an obligation to the client to do what's in their best interest. Most people on the face of it say, well, I expect an advisor to do that. But in fact, we have two types of advisors. There are those who are broker-dealers, and there are those who are SEC registered investment advisors. The SEC registered investment advisors are fiduciaries, which means they can take discretion, they can trade for you, they can do things, but they have a higher standard of what they owe. Now, the broker-dealers, of course, they have a suitability standard, which means it just has to be within the broad realm of acceptability.
Which means, like, yeah, this guy had a heartbeat, so he should probably own stocks.
I don't want to impugn the integrity of a whole industry, but I will say that there is a wider opportunity there to maybe have a conflict of interest, and that's what this fiduciary rule was going at. I like to explain it kind of like a doctor. When you go to your doctor and he gives you an analysis and he says, unfortunately, sir, you're going to need a heart surgery, he better have done his work.
Right.
He better not be getting compensated for the number of heart surgeries he gets, or the heart valve company says, if you get more of these in, right? We know, because of the Hippocratic Oath, that doctor has an obligation to you, right? In the case of a car dealer, that's a little bit different, right? He's trying to sell you a car. So now the financial advice business is somewhere in the middle there. Half are selling the car, the other half are saying, no, I'm kind of like an accountant or a lawyer or a medical person. I'm giving you the best advice I can get. That's been the discussion, and the fiduciary rule basically saying, let's push it over towards do right by the client no matter what.
Do people shop on that principle? Do they come into your place and say, hey, Mike, are you a fiduciary, or do you operate by the suitability standard? Or, I mean, there's probably not even some, what the hell is this, But
it's two different.
It's kind of arcane, right? I mean,
it is two different business models, and I think that the average public is figuring out that they want an advisor that is a fiduciary. There are some people who do that, but they come in and they're looking for trust, right? Trust and competence. And when you have the potential of a conflict of interest, it can get in the way of trust. And so that's what's going on. My sense is that the fiduciary rule is essentially, even if the Trump administration goes back on it, it doesn't matter. The industry's going fiduciary in the future, and everyone's figured it out. It's just a question of when.
Right. Well, there you go. Society demands it. Government doesn't need to impose it.